everybody, what's up? Sam here with another Nomad Survival video. We're going to be talking about why the Quickling might be the fastest boy in the world, and why I think you might like playing the Quickling. The Quickling is one of the new characters. It is a very, very fun class, and you have to purchase it in the store to get this, and to unlock it you have to do the no trespassing challenge, which is destroy the first portal in the crossroads within 30 seconds. Totally doable, not really the hardest thing in the world, especially with the Quickling class or any of the other classes, so I highly recommend playing the Quickling. It's a blast. The Quickling, as the 6th character, its SP cost is 600, so significantly higher than most of the other characters that we played, but it's totally worth it. Its weapon skill, basically you turn into one Speedy boy, almost like Sonic the Hedgehog, and you get to take 75% less damage. And as you move, you actually deal damage in this little orb, so it's really fun. And it also does crazy damage. It's a blast. For level 20 and level 40, it just increases the duration, so it is a very fun class. In regards to heritages, obviously as a class that moves, I don't really recommend the statue, but the good thing is that adding statues HP regen and SP regen, plus the fact that you get 75% damage reduction while you're in the Quickling's weapon ability, it's actually a really strong combination. The merchant, you can kill the merchant if you want. It's not really a first or a second or a third or a fourth or a fifth choice, but the Quickling is a very strong character on itself. So weapon skills and passives, not really the most important thing in the world. So if you want to try out the merchant, this is one of the classes I would recommend it on. Summoner, as always, if you're having issues with projectiles or boss kills, the summons are able to destroy those, so definitely recommend it if that's what you're struggling for. The Voidwalker now is a great combination with the Quickling. The Voidwalker, it basically turns the Quickling into Tokyo Drift. It's so much fun. You get some additional damage when your weapon ability is not going on. So the Voidwalker, a really great combo. I definitely recommend it. Now the Poxbringer is also a very interesting combination. So the Poxbringer does double damage, and it is applied over time. So normally that might be a negative with a melee focused character, but since you're gonna just be moving through enemies, it's actually really strong. You could just deal the damage. You take less damage anyways, and you just come back for all of the credits. Or if you have like the raccoon or something, which magnetizes stuff towards you, it's very strong combination. The Berserker, definitely do not recommend it because you take damage as this class. That's like built into how you deal damage. You have to take damage basically. So since you don't have any built-in HP regen with your weapon ability, I do not recommend the Berserker at all. I think that is the worst choice for this character. And then the Nomad, always going to be number 1 or number 2. I think that the Nomad is fantastic because you get all this extra rerolls, so if that is something you're struggling with, I highly recommend it. But for this, we're going to go Voidwalker, and we will go double EXP. Now, the Quickling, that's its ability. When you move around, it's pretty cool. Like I said, you kind of turn into a drift car when you're playing the Voidwalker. It's a little bit harder to move, but I really recommend going Voidwalker. So your SP regen is reduced when you're moving with this character, so when you're not using your ability, it's highly recommended to not actually move. That way you're able to get your SP regen up significantly, because watch, I'll move around really quick once it's done, and you'll see the orb turns like blue right there. You'll see how the circle is blue and it's going up significantly slower, whereas if I stop, it's white, goes up a lot faster. So make sure you're stopping when you're trying to cast faster, because you might be in a situation where, you know, maybe you're dying because you don't have that damage reduction. You just spawn to the middle of like 500 enemies because that's where you stopped, unfortunately, and now you're stuck. So definitely stand still, even if you're taking damage, because it will help a lot. Now the Quickling is one of those characters where you don't really need any other weapon skills, honestly. You could just go passives the whole way and still have a very good time. And depending on what you're struggling with, you might want to go different directions with it. It did get nerfed a couple patches ago. The damage was a little bit too high, but its damage is still fantastic. So I don't really think it's something you need to worry about. Colorless Glyph is one ability that works really, really well with this character because you're always going to be moving. Honestly, I don't actually recommend moving with this class, which is very funny. You could be really, really fast. I mean, you can move across the map in like, I don't know, 2-3 seconds, but standing still is actually the better option with this character, funnily enough. And once you start stacking up, like, crit chance is really strong, curse is really strong on this character, death sting is really strong on this character. Almost every passive works very, very well with this character. You're just unstoppable. You can go a tank build as well, so you focus on things like HP regen, buckler, which is your defense and retaliation, your max HP. And that combination, you just won't die. I have another video where I did the no move challenge with this class, and that was on Dry Marsh, unlocking the statue heritage, and you just don't take any damage. And as you see, like, curse is a really good combo with this class too, because it's just fantastic AoE. And then I would just round this all off with something like either Immaterial Cloak to level 5, or you might want to get item pickup range, or if you have the Raccoon leveled up with gemstones, you can actually get the Raccoon level that brings everything towards you. So it just magnetizes, and then you really don't have to move. And you just get to stand still and just rack up all of the experience. It's also a fantastic boss in class. I'm going to go ahead and skip to 7 minutes when the first boss spawns, and you guys can take a look at how quickly you actually take care of bosses with this character. Alright guys, the first boss is going to spawn. Still haven't picked up any other weapon skills, so we'll see just how quickly this class is when it comes to killing the boss. Let me run away for a second so I can get my ability up, and we'll go towards it, and the boss is dead. Almost instantaneous. I mean, you'll take a little bit of damage from the bosses because they're one of the few enemies that is actually able to live for a long time, but for the most part, you'll be perfectly fine. And this is all without any, like, I don't have HP regen or anything like that. I picked up Vitality because I'm just clicking through. So the Quickling is a fantastic boss killer. So if you're doing any challenges that require you to kill a boss quickly, so even like Sacrificial Altar on the 3rd map, that's how you unlock the Whisper, the Quickling is a really good choice. So I highly recommend it. In regards to beta information, there's actually no update done yet for the Quickling. That's what Fox is working on currently. So once I get any information on that, I will definitely make a video so we can see what is going to be happening with the Quickling in major update number 5. I would totally recommend the Quickling to anyone. Doesn't matter what you're going for, the Quickling is going to be a very strong class. So if you're struggling with anything in regards to boss killing, in regards to clear, maybe you're just dying too fast, the Quickling is a fantastic choice for you. As always guys, really appreciate the support, and I will see you on the next one.